Hello everyone, it's Monday, it's live stream time. It's the day after Christmas. We hope you had a great Christmas weekend. How was your Christmas, John?
It was fun. It was really busy. Christmas Eve, we were in Wanhua and we did a kids event, and then Christmas Day was craziness. We had like 20 people over, and it was so much fun, so much food.
That's awesome. Well,
you guys?
Mine was a bit more low-key. I had a Christmas Eve service at church, and then on Sunday we went back to church, and we had a baby dedication for our son Judah, who's just over a month old. And so that's just a time where we kind of just commit him to God, to Jesus. And so that was really special. But it was great. Had some good meals and just time with my wife and son. And watching some Christmas movies.
Cool. It can be nice to get some real rest on holidays.
Absolutely.
And Christmas is a big family event.
Yes.
So what did you do for Christmas? We'd love to hear if you celebrate Christmas, if you go out. What I've heard is that here in Taiwan, Christmas is a romantic holiday. It's kind of a date night holiday. Now it's more than that, but is this true?
I think also people go out with their friends, perhaps, and have a meal. I saw some people out yesterday for lunch, having a good time. And so, it's a special time for family, perhaps, but friends,
Cool. Well, we don't get snow here, usually.
On the mountains,
so, maybe we'll have to track down some snow. My family back in America is having a white Christmas. As you've read in the news, they're having something called a bomb cyclone. And a cyclone is basically heavy wind and weather that creates a lot of destruction.
And that's in the Chicago area?
Kind of all across the middle of the U.S. 60% of the U.S. is experiencing extreme cold right now.
Actually, where my parents live, it was like minus 18 degrees Celsius. And they live in the southern part of the U.S., so that tells you it was really cold. And they had a white Christmas as well. It causes lots of problems, all the snow, and you're not used to it. But we're not talking about snow this week.
No.
We're talking about jetpacks.
Yes, a jetpack was on my Christmas wish list this year, and I did not get a jetpack. They're still incredibly expensive.
It's like $8,500 US just for a test ride or something.
That's
right. It says in the article.
So the jetpack has now been invented. If you remember when we were kids, jetpacks were only in the movies and in shows like the Jetsons in America.
Back to the Future kind of thing.
Back to the Future.
I don't know if they were in that, but it's that kind of
Star Wars.
Yeah.
And now we have real life jetpacks. A fellow from the Royal Air Force in Britain, so an experienced flyer and inventor, developed a jetpack. And there have been several versions of the jetpack. You said you've ridden a jet ski.
Oh, I love jet skis.
Can we talk about the word jet really quick?
Yeah.
Okay, like how do we use that in English?
Well, you ride on a jet, right? A jet plane.
Jet plane, okay.
A jet ski is, you've probably seen them. Maybe if you've been down to Kending, I've seen them down there. This motorized vehicle on water.
On the water, a little fun thing.
Yeah.
I've never ridden one of those.
Tons of fun.
A jet itself is the kind of engine. It basically is a turbine, which is a spinning mechanism in the middle made of like a fan, and it's powered. I don't know exactly how the technology works, but it uses combustion, kind of like a gas motor, and the combustion causes the turbine to spin, and it blasts out air and heat, and so
you fly.
It's incredibly powerful.
It is powerful, and so jetpacks. There are two main purposes we see in our article so far. Hikers could use them, but more importantly, search and rescue teams could go out. If you're lost in the mountains on your hike, they could go possibly find you at a much faster rate because they don't have to go through the winding paths.
Right.
But let's get to our poll to make sure you have enough time to take it while we're continuing our conversation. Would you want to ride a jetpack?
Okay, so the options are yes, you would, no, maybe in the future when they're safer. We'll talk about safety in just a second. And finally, what is a jetpack? Is it an animal? So, would you want to ride a jetpack? How about you?
I would like to try it out, I believe, just to see what it's like. I don't know if I'm ready to navigate it up like Mount Everest or any kind of intense situation like that, but it would be fun to just see what it's like, to test it out. How about you, John?
I think I would in a controlled situation. Now that I have kids, I don't want to die. And the problem with a jetpack is...
Before you had kids, you wanted to die?
Well, I think there's...
I know what you mean. Yeah.
You're taking risks more for yourself.
Responsibility.
Right.
Yes.
So an airplane is very dangerous. A helicopter is even more dangerous because of all the moving parts. And a jetpack is even more dangerous because you don't have anything to protect you if you fall, right?
But yeah, an airplane, though, statistically, like, you're more likely to get injured or die in a car crash, right?
Right, okay.
An airplane. Of course, if you happen to be in an airplane when it goes down, that's not good, but
right.
The likelihood of that happening is less than being in a car crash, right?
Right. So a jetpack is... The goal is safety when we're talking about technology becoming consumer ready. So we want to make sure that it's a safe thing. And jetpacks, like you said, are very expensive. It's hard to get a hold of them.
Crazy expensive. I mean, just to pay for a ride is thousands of US dollars. And so maybe wait a few years until the price gets down, and maybe you'll be able to find it at your local supermarket in 10 years. I don't know.
That's right. So there are jetpacks. Now, there is a technology, drones, which we've talked about a lot on the show. And drones are sort of being used in the same way that jetpacks are. There are inventors that have developed drones that they can actually fly with for personal use.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
so not just for packages, as we see with companies like Amazon, but you can actually ride a drone, or it will carry you to a place. And is the purpose of that like for entertainment purposes, or like to get from point A to point B? Like, is it a practical solution to transportation?
Right now, because drones rely on battery power, it's not as efficient as an airplane with a combustion engine.
Okay.
But a lot of YouTubers and inventors, YouTube has been pretty incredible as a way to kind of raise exposure for new technologies, and a lot of inventors are showcasing their inventions like drones and jetpacks on YouTube. So I think there's sort of an entertainment purpose, but there's a lot of energy behind it. So these technologies are developing, and jetpacks are, like you say, they're being used for search and rescue right now, or kind of on the edge. Some militaries are developing jetpack techniques, since it's a whole new style of moving around. There have been videos of people using jetpacks to go from one ship to another pretty quickly, or from one area behind a building to another. So if you've seen a movie like Star Wars, you've seen people like Boba Fett use jetpacks to fly around. And the real question is it actually worth doing for a human being in a war situation or in a rescue situation? It seems like there are some options.
You know what would be cool, John, if that fails, like the engine fails, if you have like a parachute.
There we go. Yeah.
Just combine those two. I
Yeah.
think that would be really cool. Well, no one is saying that they want to do this, John. Not yet. They want to wait till a little later. And 38% say no, 50% say in the future, and 12% are saying, what is a jetpack? Well, pick up an issue of Advanced Magazine. We'll tell you more about that, or maybe you already have your issue. We'll be talking about that this week.
That's right. And I think I'm kind of in the future group as well. Though if somebody paid $8,000 for me to try a jetpack for an hour, I'd do it, I think. I'd do it. We'd love to hear what you think this technology will be used for in the future. Let's talk, since we're at the end of our time here, let's talk about the new year, though.
Oh, yeah. New Year's coming up on Sunday. Happy New Year, Shinenkwaiwa. That's an exciting time. I think Taipei and other parts of Taiwan perhaps as well is a great place to celebrate New Year's. Lots going on. Fireworks, 101 fireworks and so forth.
Which I've never seen in person, but I think we'll have to try to get down to the New Year's celebration in Taipei 101.
Pick a good site, a rooftop, and you'll enjoy that for sure. So lots of things. And you think about New Year's resolutions, right? I don't know about you guys. When I hear that word resolution, I'm like, oh yeah, here we are again at the end of the year, and we maybe need to think about that. Or maybe you don't do that, and that's totally okay. But it is something to think about, whether you want to use the word resolution, but to try to think of something new to do or setting some goals for the next year.
That's right. One of our resolutions here at Studio Classroom is to help improve your English. So if your resolution is to learn English, we're here for you. We'd love to hear your specific goals, though. It helps us as a team as we develop new content. So there's a lot of interesting stuff we're developing to look out for the next year. One of them is our continued live streams here. You can hit the join button if you're interested in getting more online content. A lot of people love online English learning content.
You get extra content, kind of like a VIP behind the scenes sort of thing. You pay 150 NT only.
So it's not much.
And
but
so you get some extra content here in advance.
And it'll be right to your smartphone, so it's a lot easier when you're on the go. I'm sure a lot of you are studying English on the side. You may have the luxury of being a full-time English student, and that's amazing. I know that I have to pick up Chinese as I go along and be intentional about it. So it's nice when it comes right to your phone and you get video updates or our radio programs that can help you work through our longer articles.
All right, we have a comment here from Luna. She says,
"Hi, Luna.
I went to Banchao Christmas Land with my boyfriend, and there were too many people out there, but she said she had a good time, and she still wants to say Merry Christmas." Well, Merry Christmas to you, Luna. I've been out to Banchao before. It's beautiful. I didn't make it out there this year, but I am not a big fan of huge crowds either, so I would like to maybe go now. I don't know if it's still open, and maybe fewer people. And then
Merry
Luna
Christmas.
also says jetpacks make a person look like Iron Man. I totally agree with that. I love Iron Man, by the way.
So let's be honest, the movie Iron Man created a lot of excitement around jetpacks, and actually there's a show called Mythbusters. You've heard of it?
Yes.
The guys from Mythbusters teamed up to actually make an Iron Man suit.
What?
And
did it work?
It actually worked. They used this jetpack technology and they added it to a cool Iron Man suit. Check out the video on YouTube.
All right. Well, I think we are all out of time. We hope you enjoyed this last week. And one challenge I have, or something to think about, is to reflect on the past year. Think about the good things. Give thanks for that. We can give thanks to God for the good things that have happened. And also think about areas you want to change and make some goals for the new year.
That's right. There's always hope while there's life and breath. And we do pray that God blesses you in the new year. Let us know your resolutions. We're here to help.
All right. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year,
See you
guys.
next Tuesday. We'll be here next Tuesday. Monday is a holiday. So Happy New Year.
See you on Tuesday.